All right, we have another Fox News alert. The CDC just releasing a new report on foodborne illnesses and outbreaks that cross state lines. It comes as more than 40 Chipotle restaurants remain closed in Washington and Oregon because of an E. coli contamination. Jonathan Serrie is live in Atlanta with more on this big story. Jonathan?
Hi, Jenna. Well, each year, 1 in 6 Americans get sick from eating contaminated food, according to the CDC. And federal health officials are particularly concerned about these multi-state outbreaks. While they represent only 3% of all foodborne illness cases, multi-state outbreaks are responsible for a disproportionate 56% of all deaths from contaminated food. And the CDC is seeing an increase in these multi-state outbreaks, which occur roughly twice per month as the food supply chain becomes more centralized and less local. By coincidence, the CDC report comes out while public health officials are investigating an E. coli outbreak that has sickened at least 22 people in Oregon and Washington state. As a precaution, Chipotle Mexican Grill has closed 43 of its restaurant locations in the Pacific Northwest, although CDC officials say it's too early in the investigation to know which food item carried the contamination and whether all of the cases are related to one another. And Bluebell Ice Cream is in the process of restocking store shelves 6 months after that company issued a voluntary recall to deal with a listeria outbreak affecting consumers in 4 states. According to public health officials, 10 people were hospitalized and 3 people died in connection with that outbreak. These stories underscore just how serious these foodborne illness cases can be. The CDC urging the food industry to take precautions to more rapidly identify foodborne contamination and ideally to prevent it altogether. Jenna?
How do you do that, though, Jonathan? I mean, these are really dangerous, the contaminations. So, for example, when you go to the grocery store, what can grocery stores do to protect their customers more than they're already doing?
Yeah, grocery store is a great example. Many of these stores have customer loyalty cards. Well, increasingly, you're seeing retailers using the data they collect from customer purchases with these cards. If there's a food product recall, they can more rapidly identify and alert these customers who may have been exposed to one of these outbreaks, Jenna.
Maybe more of a reason to hand over your information, although I know it's difficult. You can only have so many cards.
It's a trade-off. It's a trade-off.
At a certain point. Right, absolutely. Jonathan, thank you very much. A story we'll watch.